it's your boy Oscino Fly back with another movie review, a classic movie review. And this time, like I said, I see Netflix is low-key putting some of these black movies on that we've grown up and like, and I said, I'm going to review a couple of them. So, I already did Major Pain, so now I'm doing Pootie Tang. Yes, Pootie Tang, according to, adapted from a comedy sketch on HBO's The Chris Rock Show, is the Pootie Tang is the ultimate superhero, a cool walking, smooth talking ladies man. Pootie Tang is a hero and a role model to all the kids of the neighborhood. Everybody looks up to Pootie Tang except for Dick Lecter, CEO of Lecter Corp, a company that makes cigarettes, alcohol, and fast food. Pootie shows cool determination and strength to prevail over Lecter and his minions. Honestly, if you ever watched them on Chris Rock Show, you obviously know what Pootie Tang is. But if you can describe this movie, it's like blaxploitation in 2001. Alright? It reminds you of all the original blaxploitations where, you know, these people are just, you know, in their neighborhood trying to do good for the neighborhood and the white man is, you know, being evil. And all that other stuff. So if you are a fan of blaxploitation, you are probably a fan of Pootie Tang. Now, Pootie Tang, honestly, I thought it did well. No, it didn't really do a lot of well, but it is a cult classic, and a lot of people do like fucking Pootie Tang. And I think it is a cult classic. And honestly, as a child, you know, you don't really think of this. You just like some of the stuff that is going on. So, you know, him saying "Why'd I take?" and, you know, quoting some of the movies, some of the antics in there, like him giving a girl milk after she done kissed all over them in the elevator and all that other stuff, and she just screaming Pootie Tang, and like all that stuff is funny. It's like, as a kid when you watching this, you don't really think of nothing. As an adult, you realize this movie is actually deeper than you think. It's actually really talking about, you know, how the system and the white man has a lot of their hands in a lot of stuff, because Lecter Corp, he has his hands in alcohol, fast food, cigarettes, everything that's bad for you. And Pootie Tang, he's like, hey, say no to bad food. Hey, get an education. Eat fruits and vegetables. Eat healthy. Exercise and all that other stuff. Don't do all this stuff that, you know, leads you to bad stuff. And it shows that, you know, when you try to it shows a black man being a positive role model in the hood. Now, it's sort of like how, like, it kind of reflects real life. There's a lot of people that, you know, want to do good in the hood, but their always weakness is always either women or they're just putting on the facade for money and all that stuff. Pootie Tang is who he is, but his weakness is women. Obviously, the Stifler's mom. I know her real name, but I'm going to always refer to her as Stifler's mom. I think everybody knows that. And like I said, this movie it's low-key teaching you that, you know, the man it's low-key really pro-black. Tell you the truth, it's low-key pro-black as fuck. But even then, there's still some comedies in there. It's like everything Pootie Tang does, people love. Like when he put out the music and it has no sound, it's like Pootie don't need no words, don't need no music, and people love it. You know, he got Biggie Shorty, and you know, is in love with the interest, but she's like, you would think she's a prostitute, but she's not a prostitute. She's just someone that's on the corner dancing and all that stuff. But there's a there's a whole joke in there, because while she's dancing on the corner, someone asks her how much, and she punches him in the face. She's like, just because you think I'm out here dancing, it's like, think I'm some damn prostitute? And he goes, wouldn't you? And it's like, and that's funny. Like, that's still funny. Like, Wanda Sykes plays a good Biggie Shorty, but I know but I watched her on some talk show, I think it was Conan, talk about how she actually does not like, she hopes her kids never see Pootie Tang. but Pootie Tang that's the first time I ever saw Wanda Sykes though. So it's kind of like a give or take. Chris Rock is funny in here, but it's more or less just the first time you also see J.B. Smoove. And J.B. Smoove is like his sidekick and all that other stuff. The guy played Pootie Tang is, to me, I don't know, he just got that vibe. I feel like there's no one else that can play Pootie Tang. And even when they have Pootie Tang clothes, I like how every other Pootie Tang clothes look shitty compared to Pootie Tang. and Pootie Tang dressed like a pimp. There's a lot of gems in this movie. Like, some of my favorite things is Chris Rock and this dude. Like, every time Chris Rock, he's very long-winded, so he'll say stuff like, if anyone remember the movie, he has this whole joke about how hard it is to get into a Biggie Shorty party and all that stuff. And he got his friend that goes, yeah, it's hard to get into a Biggie Shorty party too. Like, like that's the running joke and all that other stuff. And the other joke is like Pootie Tang's. You got Truckee, who was played by JB Smoove. You like. That's basically his hype man. It's like everything Pootie Tang does, he's just there. He's like, yo, Pootie! You know, Pootie Tang don't need no words and all that other stuff. He's just like, he's been a hype man. The story is like, if you watch any blaxploitation story, that's basically it. It's like, but the funny part is, it's like everything that's happening around there. Like, his father it shows, like I said, it says a lot of gems, like him learning from his father to treat people with respect, and like people like telling kids saying no to drugs and all that other stuff, like him being a role model and all that other stuff. And it's a lot of gems in this movie that I feel like as an adult you're like, wow, they really snuck that in there. And this is what people call medicine in the candy. And it's just like, wow. Like, yes, I was entertained, and yes, I do find this movie funny, but there's a lot of stuff you can learn from this. There's a lot of stuff that you can take from it. Like, him being with the white woman, it's just like, hey, one white woman, like, it doesn't matter how they string it. And, like, I think fucking Eddie Griffin had something about that on Vlad TV. He's just like, or Cat Williams talking about, I don't want to mess with white women because every time someone messes with a white woman, it is a black man's career. And then, Eddie Griffin got that whole thing about on Vlad TV talking about a black man does not lead clean as a whole asterisk. This is kind of it before they even say that. So, like I said, there's a lot of gems in here that I feel like a lot of people could pick up. Overall, it's still a funny movie. It's medicine. It's the epitome of medicine and the candy. There's a lot of things that it's going to make you laugh, but there's a lot of things in there that makes you think. It's similar to a Chris Rock stand-up. Like, he's going to make you laugh, and it's going to make you think. And it's going to make you look at a movie as a different way. If you're like me, you've seen this as a kid, you've seen this as an adult, you got a very different view. So, I would tell people, it's on Netflix, obviously. Go see it. Go watch it. It's still, like I said, it's still funny. It's a gem of its time, and I think it still reflects on what's happening now. So it's not even like dated. I feel like some of this stuff that even in there is still happening now. So, like I said, go watch the movie. I think I've always thought it was a very dope movie. Got my glasses on. I've always thought it was a very dope movie, and it's still one of my favorites. I still feel like it holds up today, even in this day and age. So, yeah, go ahead and watch the movie. Let me know what your thoughts on the movie. Let me know how you feel about the movie. What's your favorite scene from Pootie Tang? How you feel about Chris Rock? And basically, how do you feel about... Do you feel like this needs a sequel? I hope the fuck not. I think some things like Pootie Tang, it just need to be one and done. Don't need to have no sequel. It's good at what it is. Just keep it that way. So let me know what y'all think of Pootie Tang. Till then, my name is Oscino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.
Fancy ass man wear glove with rings, flying around town in a tub of wings. Found out how to make love to fiends. He mixing that fudge with the drug of dreams. She too teenage to have a drug of choice, but she fuck with that Royce like she love Detroit. She rollin'.
Pharaoh.